Welcome back to the video, guys. My name is Wong. As you can probably tell, we're in lockdown again. Today I'm going to give you a long overdue rundown on what's been happening with the EG Civic, because something really bad has happened and it's really put me back. So in this video I'm going to give you a rundown of what's been happening, as well as a little tour around a day in the life of coronavirus lockdown here in Melbourne, Australia. Let's go. Driving this thing. It's kind of hard to drive with one hand. It's very difficult, especially when it's manual like this. Oh, this tram's probably going to turn left. Honestly, driving down the street, it gives me a little bit of PTSD from what happened. This is Hancock Street here in South Bank. There's a little vague outline of what's left from the actual incident, because the council have been trying their absolute best to hide all forms of liability. And if you have a quick look here, this, my friends, is what truly damaged my EG Civic. And you can see there's nothing left. It is all gone. And as a result, I've got a bunch of photos from that very incident that took place that night. So we're gonna go for a little story time walk, as that's what you guys kind of do in lockdown Melbourne 4.0. You know, we can't really do anything else. We'll get some takeaway, enjoy the scenery, and hopefully the weather gets a little bit better. There's one good thing about lockdown, and that's the fact that there's no traffic at all. Even if you're driving in peak hour time on a Monday or a Friday, there's no cars on the road, so you can really just enjoy your drive. Got my favorite meal out here in South Melbourne. This is Don Don. They do sick Japanese takeaway, and there's heaps of protein. Check this out. This is their teriyaki chicken with extra chicken. This is only $10 and you get all your protein. So since we're out here, I thought I'd bring my little pup, Hughie. And he's my little Shiba. I've had him since lockdown last year in 2020. Since I'm eating, I can take off my mask. He's probably gonna try and steal some chicken off me because he absolutely loves chicken. You can smell it already. I'll just leave it here for you, all right? Oh, there it goes. So since we're out here, I thought I'd give you a rundown on what's been happening with the EG Civic. And as I'm telling you the story, I'm gonna be placing up all these photos to show you guys just the damage and the extent to what actually happened. About 4 months ago, I was driving through South Melbourne and I was heading to McDonald's, believe it or not. Any obstacles, if there are any on the way, I tend to avoid them. So this is the typical route that I take. And for some strange particular reason, on this night, there was some kind of building contractors working next door on the site. They had placed this temporary speed hump that was abnormally large and tall, but it wasn't something that scared me straight away because it was kind of camouflaged into the night, and it was at about 12 o'clock. I couldn't really see, and visibility out the EG isn't really the best. Like, the headlights are a little bit old. It wasn't apparent to me that it was a hazard or a threat. Silly me decided to just drive over it. It ripped off my rear bar, it broke all the clips, it kind of made my side skirts hang loose. It was just a disaster, and I was thinking, man, I just got this car fully restored, repainted, the engine fitted, everything was completely done on it. And then for that to happen, that was a real setback for me. I sent a huge letter and complaint to the council. I chased up all the different contractors and just trying to get my money back for this situation, because you know, I've already forked out a fair bit of money to get this car where I want to be, and I've got a few more projects on hand that I kind of want to facilitate, and all these finances are just adding up, and I honestly just didn't want to spend any more money. So I was chasing up this council for like 3 to 4 months. Lay down, Hughie. And it was really difficult to get a hold of. For some reason, they don't want to accept liability for modified cars. I think there's going to be no hope for me in the situation, which is kind of a shame. As you already know, if you've seen my earlier video on the Audi RS3, when I drove over that pothole, they didn't even give me any compensation. So because of things like that, you know, I just knew it was going to be a bad time for me as soon as I drove over it. I know it may seem like it's not a big deal and it's just a small thing in the grand scheme of things, but you know, it was just a shit time. So since then, I've had my car dropped off at Cambria Bodyworks, who actually did the full restoration for the car when it was first repainted. And so it's been sitting there, and I haven't actually seen the car in ages. It's probably out of battery, maybe needs a new battery. And because I've been tackling a lot of different car reviews and content for the channel, it's been a crazy amount of workload and I honestly just haven't had time for it. I've even got my eyes set on a couple other toys that are potentially coming on the horizon, so be sure to stay tuned to the channel because you're not going to want to miss what else I'm possibly thinking about adding. And yeah, there's chicken all over my fingers, but today we're actually going to go pick up the EG Civic. It's been like 4 months since I've actually seen the car and I'm super stoked to finally get it back. But in the meantime, we're going to enjoy the rest of this beautiful weather out here in Melbourne. It is lockdown, so you have to wear your mask, but it's really nice out here at the Shrine of Remembrance. But I've got a really cool camera that I've been sent out from Insta360 and we're going to try it out on this walk. I think he's gonna have a lot of fun as we run around the shrine with that camera hooked up. Hughie, let's go. All right, I've got the Insta360 One X2 fully booted up. It records in 5.7K at 30 frames per second, and it does it for the whole entire 360 image, which is pretty sick. So all you gotta do is just press this button here, and it starts recording. So I don't know how the audio is going to be, but apparently there's 3 microphones or 4 microphones on this thing, so it should have some pretty decent audio. I've got the lens guard already hooked up, so in case I drop this thing whilst I'm running around with Hughie, it'll be safe. But I can't wait to use this for car content, so let's see how this thing goes.
Yeah.
As you can tell, we've finally made it to Canberra Body Works. It's a little bit of a hike to come out here. It's kind of far, so it makes it all the more worth it when I get to see my EG Civic. It's literally been like 3 to 4 months since I've seen this car. I can't wait to go pick it up. All right, we're here. So I just picked up the keys. Let's have a look. Yes, it's all fixed and absolutely flush. This thing was doing my head in. I'm so OCD when it comes to these tiny minuscule stuff, so it's really good to see that it's all been fixed, rectified. There was also like a little issue with one of the side skirts on the left hand side, and I made sure that that was fixed just because it was just a little bit loose and droopy on that end. Not too sure why, but it was probably that speed hump that messed up the entire car. But I'm so glad to see it finished and ready to go again. You know, it's been a huge setback being fully built and restored from start to finish. You know, I'm just glad the car's fixed, and then from here on we can finally get started onto making some more content with the EG as well as the other projects that I have in store. Honestly, I really miss looking at this thing. It just looks so tough in this great paintwork with the bronze wheels. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had an awesome time talking to you guys and just showing you around little aspects of my life here in Melbourne in COVID lockdown. So hopefully things get better real soon. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. In the comments below, tell me what you want to see with the EG Civic next. As well as that, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Please take care. Bye for now.
Yeah.